What it do, my people? It's your boy, Notorious DOC, aka Marco Kane. Yeah, I know what y'all finna say. I'm doing another solo. Hey, my co-host, I think I might have to send some people out to find him. No, I'm just joking, y'all. Just joking. Uh, he's still doing some family stuff, business stuff like that. Shit happens. So uh, it is what it is. And on top, I do apologize for not putting the episode out Sunday. Uh, I got caught up, family stuff. Got caught up, couldn't do it, but I'm here today. So, yes, I am doing the show again by myself. Uh, Hopefully, DJ Mad will be back very soon. But anyway, topic today is these restaurants in Houston. Uh, I went to a couple of restaurants. I didn't do any kind of reviews or anything. I just went to a few of them. And when I say restaurants, I mean like any restaurant in Houston, from Popeyes to McDonald's to Boudreaux's and up above. I don't eat out a lot. Number one, let's get that straight. I don't eat out a lot because I am a cook. I'm a chef, part-time, personal chef. Own a catering company, or part with a catering company. But I don't eat out a lot because I tend to criticize food or people's food a lot. And when I'm with my significant other, my spouse, my wife, my queen, she has to pop me in the back of the head sometimes, tell me, "Hey, shh, be quiet, be quiet." But you know me, I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna say what I gotta say. If shit's nasty, it's nasty. If it's good, I'm gonna say it's good. Period, point blank. But I noticed a few things about going to some different areas of the town, and this is the crazy part. Okay, and that's why I said McDonald's. I'm not going to talk about any upscale restaurants right now, not today. But I just want to talk about some of the fast food restaurants that you go to. I don't really eat at McDonald's anymore because McDonald's fucks my stomach up horribly. But I will occasionally partake in some nuggets or even maybe a double cheeseburger. So I forgot my lunch at home. Had to get some eat. And then my coworker, he was like, "Let's go to McDonald's." I was like, "Dude, I don't really go to McDonald's, but shit." It was getting close to time getting off, and I was starving, my head was hurting. So we stopped at McDonald's, and it was on the ethnic side of town. We walked in. The first thing that the young lady behind the counter was like, "Yeah, what you want?" I looked at my coworker. I said, "I don't want shit. I don't want nothing." So he looked at me like, "What's wrong?" I was like, "Dude, I ain't finna eat nothing out of here." She had a funky ass attitude. You can get what you want to get. I'm gonna go sit in the truck. So he was like, "No, man, I'm with you. We're gonna go." So we ended up going to across the tracks, as they say. And we go in there, we walk in. First thing, the young lady behind the counter, she goes, uh, "Good afternoon, gentlemen. How can I help you?" And I looked at my co-worker. I was like, "See, that's shit I be talking about." Nah. Went up to the counter. She asked me how my day was going. I told her it was going. I asked her if they have any special. She started naming some shit out. And mind you, this was at another McDonald's. She suggested a few items that she partakes every once in a while. So I ended up getting the filet of fish, uh, some fries, and a drink. And it was taking a little bit longer. So she offered to upsize my drink and my fries. So she took the drink I had, poured it out, got the big ass cup, filled that up, boom boom. Then when I got my food, it was a large fry because I had got a small fry. And she apologized, man, came out, apologized. And I was like, cool. And that was like Tuesday. So Wednesday I brought my lunch. Thursday, fuck around, forgot my lunch again. So we ended up going to it was Popeyes. Now, I'm not a big chicken person, so I normally get like chicken strips, or I get nuggets. Uh, Went to a Popeyes that was on the ethnic side of town. I ain't gonna say the hood, but it was on the ethnic side of town. And we walked in the door, it smelled like trash. I told my coworker, nah, bro, I can't eat. I can't eat. It smelled like toilet water. So he was like, well, fuck it, man. Where you want to go? I said, man, wherever you want to go. He said, well, man, I want some chicken. I said, all right, well, find another Popeyes to go to. So we ended up going to another side of town and went to the Popeyes. Walked in, man, it smelled like roses in that motherfucker. I ain't gonna lie to you. It smelled like roses in there. And at that point, I had to use the restroom. So I wanted to wash my hands, and I had to use the restroom. So I go in the restroom, and it smelled like roses in there. It smelled like perfume in there. The floor was clean. I'm not gonna say you could eat off the floor, because I wouldn't eat off any floor, but that's how clean it appeared to be clean. It was soap in the dispenser, and that falls back to the ethnic restaurant. I went in there to try to use the restroom and wash my hands. I ain't even want to use the restroom in that motherfucker. I ain't want to wash my hands. The basin was all nasty and dirty. It was black, dog. It was black in the basin. What kind of shit is that? They have a fucking black spots in the basins. So I got my ass up out of there. I told them, nah, bro, I can't. But when we went to the other side, it was clean in there. When the food came out, it was hot. It was fresh. You could taste the freshness in the food. And I said, I only got chicken tenders and some fries. And it was great. It was good. It was straight. So Fridays, I usually don't bring my lunch on Fridays. So I said, man, what you want to eat? I said, well, he told me, it's your choice today. I said, man, Whataburger. I have been craving a Whataburger. So we went to the Whataburger in the ethnic side. Walked in, they didn't have no funk attitude. The restroom wasn't super clean, but it wasn't filthy or nasty. So I walked in, I asked for, I think it was a number 2, number 3, one of them two. It was the double meat Whataburger. And I wanted no mayonnaise on it, because I don't eat mayonnaise. I wanted extra pickles and mustard. Simple order. So I don't mean you gonna eat here, or we're gonna get it to go. He was like, let's eat it here. I said, all right, cool. So boom, they call our order out. We get our food right about the same time, because we went to separate registers. And we sit down, and I took my burger out. First of all, I had cheese on it, which I didn't ask for. I told the lady I didn't want any cheese. It didn't have any onions, any pickles, and it was soaked in mayonnaise. My french fries were cold. So I politely went back up to the counter, and I was like, ma'am, I just got my burger. If you check my receipt, you'll see it says extra pickles, no mayo, yada, yada, yada. And my french fries is cold. The woman looked at me, she said, what you want me to do about it? I looked at her. My first impression was like, good, but I didn't. I kept my cool. I said, man, can I speak to your manager? I am the manager. I said, well, this is unacceptable. I'm not going to eat this. I need a refund. What's wrong with you? You don't eat, man? I said, ma'am, once again, this is unacceptable. I need a refund. I said, speak to the customer. She said, don't worry about that. So I need the card back. I handed her the card. She does whatever she needs to do. I get the alert, from my bank through my phone that, boom, a refund was authorized, blah, blah, blah. So my coworker goes, what you gonna eat? I said, I'm gonna eat shit. Not in this motherfucker. I said, man, by right, I should have went off on my motherfucking funky ass. But I didn't. Now, I guess the whole point that I'm actually really trying to make is that just because you in the hood or you in the ethnic side of town or whatever the fucking case is, you don't have to act like that. Everybody needs to be treated with some kind of respect. I mean, if you don't like the job that you're working at, find something better. Quit that motherfucker. Go do something else. But don't take the shit out on me because you're making $6, $7 an hour or $12, whatever the fuck that. I couldn't tell you what the fuck that. I hadn't worked at a fast food restaurant since I was in fucking college and was trying to make it. So, with that shit being said, if you don't like the spot that you're at, leave that motherfucker, make something better. But don't take it out on me. Because sometimes I have a tendency of regurgitating that shit back up and putting it right back in your fucking face. Now, I was starving. I was literally hungry as shit. So I let my partner eat. You know, my coworker, I let him eat, do his thing. And he's like, "Oh man, it's a Taco Bell." And I knew you can't do Taco Bell. Toxic smell will fuck anybody's stomach up. I don't care what neighborhood it's in. That's just one of the restaurants you don't. I don't eat it. So I was like, bruh, I said, just find me Jack in the Box. I ain't ready to eat a Jack in the Box at McDonald's now. So as we were going to Jack in the Box, getting ready to get something to eat, you know, we get a phone call from my supervisor, and you know, some other shit went down. Y'all don't even know all that, but case in point, I ended up getting a decent little meal. Now, here's the rub. Here's the quip. My coworker, he does the taco truck now. Now, I was never really big on taco trucks until about maybe 4 or 5 years ago. At a spot that I frequent, and a taco truck there. It was actually around the corner. When I say around, it was in walking distance. Because, you know, I ain't gonna do too much walking. But it was a taco, like I said, taco truck. Man, they had the best fucking quesadillas, the best tacos. Birria. Oh, excellent. So, both my coworkers I fucked with, they love them taco trucks. And they kind of hit me on to a couple. I went to one that's in the ethnic side of town. And when I tell you, they were very polite. They Hispanic, but they're very polite, and they give you these free cups of beans, frijoles as they call it. Man, when I tell you them some motherfucking the best beans I've fucking had, you know, I probably gonna hear about this. They better than your beans. I ain't gonna lie, them beans. And they give you a cup of them motherfuckers. Little styrofoam cup about big, full of meat. Got just enough spice on there. If you like spicy food, I mean, you're gonna like them, but you might want to throw some hot sauce in there or you know whatever. But me, I like my spice level like medium to low, perfect spice level on my beans. And first time I went to the taco truck, I got 3 fajita tacos. Excellent. Next time I went, I got a burrito. And when I say it was stuffed with meat, and they did it just like I like it. You know, you go to some taco trucks, they want to put the sour cream, the guacamole, fill it with rice and all that. Nah. I told her all I wanted was lettuce, tomatoes, little refried beans, and the meat. Man, that taco. Oh, and cheese, of course, cheese. Man, that burrito was fucking good. I got it stored in my phone now. That's gonna be one of my little spots I go to. But yeah, for them to just give beans, I like that. Every customer they always ask, "Do you want a couple beans?" And you say yes or you can say no. But yeah, and they hot. They like I said, not warm, not lukewarm, but they hot. So you got to blow on them motherfuckers. But them were some of the best fucking beans I've ever had. But that brings back to my point. They're always courteous. They're always nice. Speak to you, how you doing, yada. So, with all that being said, some of these little fast food restaurants, whether it's McDonald's, Taco Bell, Burger King, and speaking of Burger King, that brings me up to one. There's a Burger King that I will never, ever go to. It's the Burger King that's on the corner of Fulton and cross timbers. Fuck that Burger King. I went in that Burger King one time. This was like a little bit after COVID. People were still wearing their little masks and stuff like that. But and they still had the little petitions and stuff like that. So I get you want to keep your distance. But I went in that Burger King and there was no one in the restaurant. Not a single person. Except for the people that worked there. I walked in, I'm looking up at the menu, seeing what I wanted. And excuse my French, but the bitch gonna look down at me, tell me, what the hell you want? I looked at her, I was like, bitch, who the fuck you think you talking to? I said, don't get mad at me because you work at the motherfucking $2.75 an hour motherfucking job. I said, what I did want was a Whopper combo. But I don't want jack shit from this ragged ass motherfucker. I go try to use the restroom, check this shit out. These motherfuckers had a lock on the door that you had to use a token to put into the door to open it. Now, of course, was I gonna go back and ask for that token? Fuck no, me and old girl just got into it. So nah. And rewind and file back to when I was trying to get my order. She was like, we don't have anything to drink, we don't have any soda, we don't have any orange juice. I said, what do you have? Oh, all we got is tap water. Fuck, I look like drinking tap water. I'm not at home. I ain't fucking 2 years old. I ain't drinking no motherfucking tap water out this bitch. So, of course, yes, I did. I walked up out that motherfucker. And I never went back. And it's been, like I say, it's been some years now. But, fuck that Burger King. Houston, people in Houston, Texas, if you see this video, you try to go to that motherfucking Burger King on Cross Timbers in Fulton, right adjacent from the McDonald's. And I told you I don't eat McDonald's. I'd eat McDonald's that motherfucker. I fuck that, bro. I hope that Burger King burn the fuck down with that bitch in it. Like I say, excuse my French, but that's just how it is. But like I was saying, if you're working at a fast food restaurant and you got a funky attitude, you shouldn't be working. You work with the partner. Now, if you got a great attitude, hopefully you won't be that alone. You can find something different and get the hell out and go make you some real money. But the people that do work at fast food restaurants, my heart goes out to them because I used to work at fast food. I did fast food restaurant for a couple of years, maybe 3 years before I got a real job. Like I said, but I was in college, just trying to make some money, just trying to keep a little change in my pocket. That shit's not no career. Fuck that. So, but as it comes down to the 20 minute mark, I'm gonna go ahead and get ready to start closing on this. Cause yeah, when I do the episodes by myself, they will probably normally be a pretty quick one, no longer than 20-25 minutes. Hopefully my co-host will be back soon. I miss you, bruh. It's no fun doing the show by myself, but as they say, the show must go on. With that being said, we're gonna cut it to an end. But y'all remember to comment, like, and subscribe. It will very most definitely help the channel. We're still an up and coming new one, so it'll be a minute before we start doing big things. And any of y'all that see this video, know any sponsors that want to hit me up. All you gotta do is click on the comments, let me know what's going down, and I'm with it. Don't matter. Yeah, and I know I got this Harley Davidson hat on. It's not sponsored. I just ride Harleys. That's all. So with that being said, live long and prosper. Peace and prayers. Y'all be easy.